Welcome to the Paradigm Shift, episode 52, aka the 1 year anniversary, aka hard work pays off, aka what a milestone. Consistency, grit, and commitment. Want to thank the CLS community from the bottom of my heart for making this possible, for continuing to show up and support the show. I'm a little bit emotional right now, straight up, because this is what it takes, guys, for success in life. A lot of it is, it's not the prettiest thing. It's just consistency and commitment. And I learned that specifically from my partner in crime, the articulate alligator, the big bad, iconic, sex, swordfish, quantum quail, blessed bat, Dave Meltzer, who we're bringing on right now. So, happy 1 year anniversary to the Paradigm Shift. Jakey Bakey in the house. I see you, buddy. Big Dave, bringing you on right now. Blaine Barish, could see you. Let's get nuts. Straight up. Let's do this. Jen, I see you. We're going to bring you on in less than 5. Helene, say hello to my mom. Where is Big Dave? And how handsome is he going to look today? Suspense is killing me.
Hello.
There he is.
Whoa, those arms look humongous, man. Pick up those arms again. Let's see those. Oh my gosh. So I'm 3 Guinnesses into this interview already and it hasn't started.
Big Dave, happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary. Congratulations, my friend. The consistent, persistent, passionate porpoise, Craig Siegel. Welcome, my brother.
Yeah, I love you so much. And I was just saying before we went on air, I was a little emotional. 52 weeks. And a lot of times everybody wants to know, they want to be me or you or what we have going on. But one of the things that they don't understand is one of the things that it takes to achieve massive success is not always the prettiest. And it comes down to being committed and being consistent. Each and every single week, we never took 1 week off, including New Year's Day and Christmas Day. So thank you for your unwavering commitment. I love you so much. And this is just the beginning.
Absolutely. And like I said, by April 1st, we'll have approval by Apple TV. So we're taking the Paradigm Shift into the TV realm, and it will be there for everyone to view all week long. And we'll bring on extraordinary guests like Jen Gottlieb and all the other 50-some guests we've had. So this is amazing.
Yeah, and I'm excited that Jen is on the show for the 1 year anniversary. We both love Jen. She's awesome. We're going to bring her on in 2 minutes. But let's dive in right now.
You got it. What do you got?
The first question is just the most obvious, I think, to the audience, and that is this. How do you continuously become more and more handsome?
Well, I will tell you, the reason is that I am somehow hypnotizing the audience. And my wife, I've been doing it for years.
There she is.
Hello.
We're in Dublin. She said congratulations. But yeah, if you treat yourself well, the energy, you give meaning to everything you see. And if you treat people nicely, all of a sudden you get better looking. So I think that's what it is.
That's it. Love you. We're going to bring Jen on in just a minute. In the meantime, talk about how important something so simple and effective yet overlooked is, and that is consistency.
Yeah, it's the secret sauce, and it's my superpower, as you mentioned last week, right? And the reason it is I literally go back to Einstein and understanding compound interest. And behaviors are just like money, right? Behaviors are energy, and they aggregate on themselves. They compound on themselves. So if you miss a day or a week or a month, determinative upon what you're doing, you have a zero effect, meaning if there's an exponentiality to consistent behavior of x to the first, whatever variable that is, x to the second, third, fourth, and fifth, relative to time. So if you miss whatever the time is, if it's x to the second over a day, a week, a month, a year, whatever your timing is, you go back to x to the 0, which is what? 1. You go back to day 1, and now you may be able to recoup a different level faster, but you still go to x to the 0 when you miss. And so I believe to take advantage of the way the universe is set up, the way physics have been utilized, that consistency, 2 minutes a day, is worth more than 2 hours on a Saturday.
Yeah, it's so true. And it goes back to something I've been saying recently, momentum is the toughest thing to get, but it's the easiest to lose. And then when you lose the momentum, it takes twice as hard to get it back than got it in the first place. So stay in that zone, in that frequency for sure.
And I have to admit, to tell you something, that's a great statement. That's why American football is so great, because it represents what you just said. It allows you to build momentum, but it's so easy to lose with an interception, a punt return, other certain plays. And the sports that allow you to shift that momentum are the most exciting, because we go through an emotional roller coaster, and everybody knows people buy an emotion for logical reasons. And if we can have that emotional attachment, there's going to be a greater collective, a greater community that draws in that. So we look for those type of momentum shifts, but we also can go and counteract it with consistent behavior.
You really are such a sex swordfish. It's unbelievable.
Well, Julie's here. She calls me her sex cheetah.
I know
and that's
that.
because I'm so fast.
I know, but tell Julie it's quality, quantity, right, Julie?
I agree.
She did not like me going there, but I did it anyway. 3 Guinnesses
I'm going
in.
to Jen right now. In the meantime, ask Julie if she has any updates in regards to aliens, please.
Any alien updates?
I have not seen any.
Okay.
Although they have,
on.
Hugh, what's that thing called here? The big antenna for aliens?
Spire.
The Spire in Dublin is an antenna. Oh my gosh. Look who got dressed up for.
There she
Damn!
is. Woo! How you doing, Jen?
Can you guys see me, hear me?
Well, we can hear you now.
Yeah, I'm in Miami right now at a mastermind, and I snuck out to come and wish you a happy anniversary and be here with you. I'm so excited. And anyone that says sex swordfish is like my people. Can we just like sex swordfish? Like, come on. Dave is definitely a sex swordfish.
I think you lost Dave. He'll be back on in a second.
Okay.
But there's no one that we'd rather have on your anniversary. Thank you for joining us. We both have so much love and respect for you, and it's so good to see you.
I'm so happy to be here. So exciting.
Yeah. You're in Miami right now for Mastermind?
I am. I'm here for the 100 million mastermind that Dave usually is at, but I guess Dave is in Dublin doing cool things. So yeah, so we're rocking and rolling. But I love what you guys were talking about consistency. It's the most important thing in the entire world. And I'm so reminded here right now at this mastermind about consistency.
Am I showing up on there? No.
A little bit behind. So.
Dave's got bad. Dave. Okay. Oh, there he is.
There you're back.
Hi.
Dave, you can never lose us.
You know what? You can't get rid of me, bro. I'm here.
You can't leave right when I get to the party.
I'll be back. Can you see me okay?
Consistency.
All right, cool.
Yeah, no, because here's the thing, like with this mastermind specifically, I'm going to use this example. Many people sign up for events, masterminds, communities, and they go one time and maybe it's uncomfortable. They do the thing and they get a little bit of momentum and then they just stop going, right? They lose the momentum. They just self-sabotage and they stop their consistency. And that's the thing that keeps people stuck at the exact same level. Now, this mastermind is like, there's billionaires in here and people that have sold their company for hundreds of millions of dollars. Dave, this is 100M. And when I first joined it, I had so much imposter syndrome. I was so scared to be here. And I specifically come by myself without Chris, like totally like on my own. And it was scary. And the first time I came was uncomfortable. And everything in me was like, I don't want to go again. That was scary and uncomfortable. But I kept going and going and going consistently and consistently showing up. And the more you stick with the commitments that you make with yourself consistently, the more confident you become, the more growth you experience. So now I'm here and I'm like, oh, everybody's my friend. It's easy. It's not that hard anymore because I was consistent with being uncomfortable and sticking and stuck to that commitment that I made. So consistency with everything is key.
Yeah, I saw you hanging out with Hulk Hogan, which I thought was really cool. But one thing that always stuck out with me about you, Jen, is the first time that we had you on the podcast, you were talking about how to navigate fear. And one of the reasons why you look at fear different than most people is because you know those uncomfortable situations are what propel you to the most growth. Isn't that right, Big Dave?
Wow! He was like, no.
But I love that that's your mentality, Jen. And it's so true. Like when you lean into that stuff, it's scary at first, but then that's where the most growth occurs, and that's how we even get better.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, you're never gonna, here's the thing. And Hulk Hogan was on the stage last night and Dave asked him about fear. And I listen to a lot of really successful people. You never lose the fear. Doesn't matter how successful you become. And fear is a good thing. Fear is actually our innate human, it's a thing that is never going to go away. As human beings, we experience it. And if you're not experiencing fear, it means you're probably not stretching and growing enough. Fear is just telling you that you're headed in the right direction. So if you can learn how to embrace that fear and be like, oh, okay, this fear is a sign that I'm going to grow. And on the other side of this, I'm going to be so much stronger and I'm going to be so much more successful, then we can get through fear. We just got to tell it to shut up. We just got to say, okay, fear, I hear you. I see you. Like, I get it. You're trying to keep me safe. Be quiet. And we're going to go do this together. I'm not expecting you to go away. I get it. So I tell fear, I'm like, I'm going to put you in the passenger seat of the car. You're going to get in the passenger seat of the car. You're going to shut up. You can't touch the radio. You can't touch the steering wheel. And together, we're going to go drive on the journey. But I'm driving. You are not in control. I am.
I love it. By the way, you look phenomenal today. You always look great, but you look actually great today. So many cool things that you talk about right now. It's so true. And they're in the passenger seat. You hear them, you acknowledge them, but you choose to do your own thing anyway. One of the things that I was so excited to ask you about today, because we haven't talked about this probably like 6 months ago when we first had the conversation, is I think the audience is really going to resonate with this one. You talk about adding coins to your confidence bank.
Yes, yes. Well, this ties in so well to the conversation we were just having about sticking to the commitments you make with yourself. So confidence is not built by sitting around thinking about shit. Like, that's not how you become more confident. People think, oh, if I watch a million videos and I learn everything and I do the courses and I listen to a million podcasts, I'm just going to feel so confident and then I'm going to go and take action. That's not how it works. Confidence comes from consistently sticking with the commitments that you make with yourself, no matter how uncomfortable. In fact, the more uncomfortable, the more coins you put in the confidence bank. So the confidence bank essentially is something you're always building over time. Confidence can be created. In fact, it's being created every single day. And every action step you take, there he is.
I'm back.
He comes back out of nowhere. This is awesome.
I love
my God.
I love you too.
I love you. You're in
Don't worry,
Dublin?
Dave, we can hold down the fort.
I know you it's so interesting. Jen was talking about consistency, and obviously Dan Fleischman has been one of my original mentees since he was 19 and starting the $100 Million Mastermind. This is one of the first ones that I'm not at, which is incredible. And so I was laughing about being inconsistent about my $100 Million Mastermind. So the bigger point, which I love, Jen, is we have to realize, and I see this in my own career, that the only thing that needs to die in our lifetime is limitation. And when I look at people like you, and you were talking about how you felt the first time you came to the $100 Million Mastermind, in my mind, I'm thinking, this girl fits in. Like, of course she's here with me. You know, this is her vibe, her frequency, but you had to kill off the limitations of your own mindset. And it gets more challenging and challenging as you get older and have greater successes to think that you're still limiting yourself. And I find that that's been a great attribute that I've, in the last 5 years, especially being able to reach levels of success and happiness and passion and purpose and profitability, but still know that I'm limiting myself without narcissism or ego, but just know that I'm allotted a miracle, right? I am deserving of miracles, and these are miracles that I can offer to other people as well, because I'm a part of the miracle giver, omniscient, all-powerful giver of miracles, and you two are miracles in my life.
Dave, first of all, I love it. Are you wearing a turtleneck?
No, it's a Travis Mathew beautiful jacket and shirt. I am now a model for Travis Matthews, me and Jimmy Garoppolo, an amazing company. If somebody would have told me people would pay me to wear their clothes, I would have said, are you kidding me? I'd pay for these clothes, but thank goodness I don't have to.
You both are putting me to shame today. You guys never look better. I want to acknowledge the chat for a second, because they're blowing it up, they're going nuts, and they're having so much fun. And one of the things that both of you do better than anybody I know is the ability to manifest things. Specifically, Jen, she's able to articulate it in a way that simplifies it. And for the audience, they're always asking, like, how do you manifest things? What does that even mean? Jen, what's the best way to illustrate what it means to manifest something?
Well, I was so grateful the other day because I got to talk to a very, 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 very special person on Dave Meltzer's show when I went to Vegas, Dr. Joe Dispenza, who teaches manifestation. And the question that I actually asked him was, because he was saying you need to tap into the feeling of having the thing. Have it, not just thinking about it. Many people get there's two pieces that are missing. And number one, you want to feel as if you already have that thing. You're going to create a vibration in your body, then going to attract another vibration of that similar frequency to you. Gratitude. So I do something called a future gratitude list, a future gratitude practice, where every single day I wake up and I feel, don't just say or write, I feel what I'm grateful for as if it exists in my life. So like, I'm so grateful that me, Craig, and Dave had the most amazing Instagram live today. It was magical. I'm so grateful I showed up at the 100 Million Mastermind with so much power and ease and confidence. I'm so grateful, whatever. I used to say, I'm so grateful I met the love of my life today before Chris existed in my life. Or I'm so grateful that I run a multi-million-dollar company before I did. And feeling that gratitude is the immediate gateway to getting to that emotions. That's the fastest way. What Joe said, he was like, he does that through meditation and getting into that. But the about manifestation is the because if you just sit around and think it's going to happen. But I truly believe that creating that subconscious belief or creating that memory in the subconscious mind, because the subconscious doesn't know the difference between a real memory and a fake one, creating that memory actually makes the fear a lot less when you go to take action, and it makes the opportunities a lot more prevalent, kind of like there's like neon lights pointing right at them, because the subconscious is like, oh, I have that already. That's mine. I did that. Let's go. And it helps you to take action with a lot more ease instead of just stopping yourself. So it's a combination between feeling, right? You don't attract what you have or what you want. You attract what you are. So feeling it and then taking action to getting that thing, of course.
Bang! What are you smiling at, Dave?
Well, because I love when people articulate the truth and my truth, which is, the experience of taking what you imagine and it now becomes a mathematical advantage over nothingness called a possibility, and then becoming in spirit or inspired through feeling to make that possibility a probability. So you have a mathematical advantage by feeling something and mathematically occurring or creating a coincidence, utilizing, as I always suggest, the mathematical equation of coincidence, attention, what you focus in on, and the 5 levels of intention, like Dr. Joe described, not just what you do, not just what you say, not just what you think, but also taking into consideration your energetic and genetic inheritance called beliefs. And then beyond that, the highest level intention, which is feelings. And so if you can be inspired or feel what you imagine, you now have a probability in your life. And then to make that probability your perspective, in order to effectuate that, you have to use awareness, discipline, and strategy in order to facilitate the reconciliation of the ethereal imagination, a higher frequency of feeling, back down into action or into the materialization or monetization of what you want. And so, as you suggest, thinking, I coach a lot of people and say, Dave, I'm doing everything I should, I'm saying everything I should, I'm thinking everything I should. Where the real exploration comes in is understanding the beliefs of what you've inherited, and then beyond that, the confirmation of those beliefs will manifest themselves in a feeling, and then taking it to the next level, understanding when I feel it, then I'm a probability. In order to make it my perspective, my meaning, what I see, perspective is my reality. If I perceive something, it doesn't matter if anyone else does, that's my reality. To manifest, you have to take every probability of inspiration or feeling and use discipline, strategy, and awareness in order to effectuate the materialization or monetization in the pragmatic world. And I just want to add one thing, because the biggest mind blower of dealing with Dr. Joe, with Jen, was cause and effect. And, the interval of time, I wrote it down 6 times. time is the interval between cause and effect. What I'm discussing here is making the right causes to create the right outcomes. And if you want to speed up the interval of time, both pragmatically and relatively, exponentially, don't tell yourself, I can't wait till I get to San Diego. I can't wait. I'll be so happy when I get to San Diego. This will be great. Tell yourself, what do I need to do, think, say, believe, and feel in order to get to San Diego? Not only will you get there faster, but relatively, it'll be exponentially faster, which will have a great benefit in the manifestation process. Hopefully that made sense to you.
Mike, you guys are on fire. Jen, what are you smiling at?
I have goosebumps. I just love listening to you talk about law of attraction, Dave.
Yeah.
So good.
Dave, you really are amazing. We'll land the plane with this. I know you both are away right now. We'll leave the audience with this one final thing. One final nugget in regards to the power of authenticity. Jen, kick it off.
Woo! Yeah, no one likes to buy stuff or look at or connect with people who are perfect because it doesn't exist. It does not exist. And the greatest way to form an authentic, real connection, a deep connection with a human, whether that is a customer that you want to buy your stuff or a person that you want to attract into your life, is to just be you, boo. Be exactly who you are. And the quicker you can tap into who you are and just share the mess, the imperfections, they're like, this is me. Like when they're going to open up and be them too. And that's what forms a deep connection. That's why I feel like the three of us are such great friends, because we're just like, yo, this is me. This is what it is. And that's why so many people like to follow you both, especially, I'm not even going to talk about me. I know for a fact, you guys, I follow you guys because you show up so authentically and I can see myself in you. So nobody is perfect. Everybody is flawed, and people want to learn from and buy things from and connect with and watch people that they can see themselves in as well, or they can see, oh, they struggle with the same thing as me. Oh, they're not perfect just like me. They feel more comfortable, and then they're going to want to connect with you. Yeah. Authenticity is everything when it comes to forming connection.
And also, Dave, before you take it home, I just want to say Jen and I can relate to this. Like, for a while, we weren't our most authentic self. And then when we realized we had a paradigm shift to be our most authentic self, when the seas began to part and the universe really presented huge opportunities and opened up doors for us. So powerful. Dave, take us home.
Yeah, let me just give a big golden nugget that a lot of people don't understand about authenticity. I think people understand to thine own self be true. I think more people are understanding something that Jen and I use as a business strategy of capture, modify, amplify, and perpetuate yourself. But the one thing that I've learned is, here's a simple nugget for everyone to be authentic. Stop caring about anyone else's opinion, judgment, or condition that they place upon you. Only learn from it. If you can shift caring about what other people think about you or judge you or put conditions on you and just learn from that, you will live at ease. You will clear the interference between you and this glorious, miraculous world that has bonded all three of us together in our imperfection. Although I will say, I think Jen's more perfect than we are. I adore both of you. Congratulations on our anniversary. Can't wait to take this to TV. We'll have to have Jen on our TV show as well. Anytime. I want to do more with Jen, especially. And thank you for always helping everyone, Jen. You are golden light. Craigie Siegel, the Eagle, you are flying higher and higher every day. I got to jump. My wife is waiting for dinner. I love you both.
Love you, Dave. Happy anniversary. And Jen, thank you so much for stopping by and celebrating and sharing the 1 year anniversary with us. There's no one else we'd rather have.
Love you.
So much. I'll be here all.
Say hi to all my friends, Jen.
I will.
Thank you.
Jen, let's connect when you get back to New York.
1,000%. Yeah, we need to hang. It's ridiculous that we live in the same city and we don't hang out.
Okay. Have an awesome time, Mastermind, and we'll chat soon.
Yes. Bye.
Love you. Bye-bye. Too much fun. The Paradigm Shift, episode 52. 1 year anniversary. I see everybody out today. Hanny, Stacy, Lori, Helene Siegel, everybody. I want to thank again the support system and the CLS community for showing up bigger and bigger and helping grow this show to where it is today. And if you guys ask me what the key to success is, obviously there's a lot. I love grit. I love self-belief. Cynthia in the house. One of the things, guys, that's not the prettiest, but is the key to massive success in life is consistency. And like we said earlier in the show, we never took a week off in the paradigm shift. Kim in the house. We did it on New Year's Day, on Christmas Day, you name it. And now we're 52 weeks in, greenlit for Apple TV to begin a show. But that's not how it started. Yes, it started with an intention, but it elevated from consistency and persistence. So thank you, everybody, from the bottom of my heart. Kim, that's right, Grit, Christine in the house, Alex and Jesse. Thank you guys for all your support to help get us where we are today. Alaska, yes, everybody's out today. Love you guys. Episode 52 in the books. That's it. Cynthia in the house. We're going to get nuts. Tomorrow's a big day. I'm going to post a little bit later on why it's a big day. And I'm just excited. So you guys do me a favor, sharpen the axe, have a great Saturday, a great Sunday. Utilize your mind, push yourself forward, and be happy and stay authentic. Be you, be 100% you. Ironically enough, that's what the world is going to gravitate towards. Stacy in the house, the Quantum Queen. Everybody's out today, guys. Thank you all for showing up each and every single week to the next 52 episodes. Love you guys. Happy Saturday.